can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. See, we can go where we want to, places they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance. We can go when we want to, night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hearts to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to, if we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. I say, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance. We can dance if we want to. We've got all your life in mind. As long as we abuse it, never gonna lose it. Everything will work out right. I say we can dance if we want to.
Derek, can't we talk about this?
Hey,
Shit.
is everything okay?
No, he just fired me.
What happened to the music?
The band left, the guy freaked out. Derek fired me.
Ah, it's no big
Robert,
deal.
you don't get it! It's the Catalina wine mixer. People have killed to be in the position that I'm in.
He's right, Dad. It's a big deal.
Okay, here's the thought. I see an empty stage. I see drums. I see a drummer. I see a microphone. And I see a singer.
Dad, come on.
What?
We gave that stuff up.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Listen to me, Dale. Look, when I was a kid, when I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a dinosaur. I wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex more than anything in the world. I made my arms short, and I roamed the backyard, and I chased the neighborhood cats, and I growled, and I roared. Everybody knew me and was afraid of me. And then one day my dad said, Bobby, you're 17. It's time to throw childish things aside. And I said, okay, Pop. But he didn't really say that. He said, stop being a fucking dinosaur and get a job. But you know, I thought to myself, I'll go to medical school, I'll practice for a little while, and then I'll come back to it.
Dad,
How's that a skill?
But I forgot how to do it.
you're human. You could never be a dinosaur.
Hey, I lost it.
Well, Dad, what's the point?
Yeah.
The point is, don't lose your dinosaur. Yeah. You know, I hated the way you guys were before. I mean, I hated you. But it just kills me to see you so crushed and normal. Listen to me, don't listen to me. Prestige worldwide. That's what you got to do.
You're saying we should go for it.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you think, Brennan?
I'm so scared right now. I'm gonna do what's sensible. I'm gonna file for unemployment, and I'm gonna try to get a job at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Because they got an excellent corporate structure, and they give you the tools to be your own boss.
My dad's right. This isn't me. I'm fucking miserable. I had to get up at 10 o'clock this morning. And even though I just got a tidal wave of nerves, I'm going up on that stage. And I'm gonna make beautiful music for a sad world.
Dale,
It's the boy I know.
this crowd's gonna eat him alive.
What's he doing up there? Somebody get him off the fucking stage!
Hi, how you doing? My name's Dale Doback, and I hope you like to kick it.
Oh, go get him, Dale!
Bolts and hose!
Get off the stage, you dicks!
Stop yelling at him! He's a human being!
Dale has a vagina! Dale has a vagina! No!
Gotta have me, man.
He's up there alone, Brennan. He's up there alone.
Gotta have me, my bolts and hose!
Stop!
What are you doing, Brennan?
Gotta have me, my...
Brennan, no! What did you do?
Oh, Jesus, Nancy. I couldn't stand to see him like that. I miss my son.
Let me go for a few bars. Come in soft, but then finish strong.
Okay. Hey, Brennan. Thanks for coming up.
You got it, Dragon.
Okay, we got a little change coming up. It's my main man, Brennan.
Quando vivo solo sueno horizonte falto de palabras. En la sombra entre luces todas negras para mi mirada. Si tú no estás junto a mí aquí, por ti volaré. Espera, te llegaré, mi fin de trayecto es tú.
Boats and hoe.
Para vivir.
Starting soon. Not so soon. Hey there, imaginary friends. My name is Johnson, and you're no friends of mine. Two. We'll see how this goes. I promised myself. Give me a minute. I hope I did everything. Okay, the game is on. I hope I got everything right. It's gonna be embarrassing, annoying if I didn't. Turn down that works. I mean, this is on private, so been a while, huh? I'm completely out of it, which is the idea, which is also very enjoyable. Feels good. to let the thoughts flake away just like the dried up jizz. Yeah, we're gonna stay classy. Yeah, don't expect too much. This is gonna be bitter, pathetic, and long and boring, and still the best thing out there. Should I keep on standing or sit down? Once again, everything has to go wrong. And that's the point. Usually, ironically, I also inconvenienced myself now as well. Just like before, even though that's exactly the point, that I don't want to do that anymore. Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna wing it. Fuck it. So when I say imaginary friends, I of course mean the rare few ones. The ones that actually engage with the channel. On the channel. The way it's supposed to be. I'll add plus there as tends to be for for some for a certain kind of behavior. And you shouldn't have. Yeah, this is a lovely start. My point is, although it is appreciated, you shouldn't have. I do appreciate, don't get me wrong, the tips of Fedora. That's fine. I guess. I don't know which. So I'm talking about the second group of, I'm gonna call you prodigal sons. For those of you that don't put yourself in a bad spot over me. That's my point. Do not. Thank you, it's appreciated, it's noted, but don't. Tips of Fedora are appreciated. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna go into tough love territory for those of you that are in the second tier, and we're gonna stop there. I don't wanna go too bitter and too pathetic. Funny how maybe this is too quiet. This is too quiet. They're coming. Let's fucking try to get comfortable. We'll see how this went much later on. Fuck, I completely forgot what I wanted to talk about. Enjoy the silence. Hello, darkness, my only friend. There will be no sentences there. Darkness hates by default in silence. I don't know what they really. My point is, I guess it's normal that you do everything and anything but the one thing you're supposed to do. You can't really invest in one bank or one, I don't know, whatever, how it goes, and then go into another place and expect a payout. It doesn't go that way. So although you know, if you want the streams from this channel, then you'll have to engage with the streams from this channel. Maybe my English is not so good, but it is as simple as that. I know you're too cool for this channel. It's okay, it's fine. And it's gonna feel even worse, the unlikely possibility that some do engage. I thought of that. I'm not gonna talk about various roulettes that exist practically and theoretically, but that is one. I'm not gonna put any noun prefixes there. When some put the effort and others say, that would be fine, there's no need for me to do it as well. So potentially I will feel bad for the people that actually do it, but I don't think anyone will, so that's just the not even expectation. We all know what the reality will be. I guess I still had to say it. So I definitely don't expect any comments. Subscriptions, you get to. That would be convenient for you. And yeah, I didn't pick the place for I didn't get the chance to do anything. Didn't pick the place, just moved away from the traffic. And they make a new whatever that is to try something else. But you guys have phones and accounts and alt accounts. You might wanna sacrifice one and give a fucking decent view, decent percentage. You know how much better than I do. And a like. That is what I do expect. And what I will insist on, and the old cadence, that's out of the window, that's not happening. This is more like it, but since we all know you're not gonna engage again, That is fine. That will just... Why you do this? I mean, I know why, it's okay. But I'm gonna take short breaks from time to time. Maybe even drink something. This is not really good for me in any way, but if I have to bother with other stuff and other streams, I mean, you get the picture. I have to bother with other bullshit, then I'm not streaming. So I'll have to think. I mean, this is a courtesy stream after a courtesy flush. Just do we go some bit imagery to extend a hand that you're gonna let's say ignore. I'm not gonna go into... I'm tired of... Yeah, I'm getting even older and yeah, I mean, still, this will still be the best thing out there, so... And you don't deserve even this. That's the better intro I wasn't looking forward to. This is not how I like to spend my time. This is all your fault. Okay, what other stupid stuff there is out there? Yeah. I of course use that template of the CapCut for the previous weekend. I was thinking, I mean, it would be too soon, but I wanted to do something, made some effort, noticed some things. Funny that when there was, you know, there would always be some big updates. Not this time. They just changed it. Still try to do it, but in the end the content blocked me and feature blocked me. So of course Shotcut is my editor now. I uninstalled, I deleted that CapCut right away. You know, not really something you look forward to. Damn, I'm already tired. There was some update for GTA as well. I don't know if those masks, I came across them. Don't know if that was there before or not. That one is the nicest one. I enjoy it very much. Why GTA again? Why not? A tune of any pixelation can go AFK. I can just leave it like that. Don't think about that, didn't really expect that map when I went back in. I'm gonna take some break, maybe I'll get up. So yeah, let's dissect what happened. CapCut never crashed on me except for farewell. Maybe it's safety mechanism, but I always found it interesting and annoying. Maybe it's for the greater good, but when the graphic card crashes and the driver deletes itself, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that mechanic. Usually I just ignore it and expect next time I turn the PC on that things gonna be okay. But nope, you have to reinstall the driver. But you know, it's not too big of a deal, but the concept alone that not only the graphic card crashes, but the driver deletes itself. Maybe it's an act of shame, you know, some seppuku or however you call it. But I don't deserve. Okay, I can do the accent. Should have practiced it. I don't deserve to be your driver anymore. But you know, I don't know what the mechanic there is. Like I said, maybe it's for the best. Maybe it prevents worse things from happening. But let's go on. So, for farewell, CapCut crashed my graphic card. And I, of course, after that, uninstalled it with great pleasure. Maybe that sounds a bit harsh, but yeah, we're gonna just lament here for an hour, and when the alarm goes off, depending on the, I don't know, conversation, if this is a conversation, we may just drop it on the spot. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the outros. Maybe I'll just stick with the previous one, or I'll just say something rude. This is what happens when you focus on the negative. The real reason I wanted to stream was to get off, I mean, basically correct stuff from the previous stream. That's it. Maybe add some new things. Fuck, I wanted something else, but maybe. Okay. Let's go step by step. This is the most current events. Okay, what? Yes, so what? I don't like really bothering with this. Now, yeah, CapCut. I mean, I'm still in the cut family. I hate bothering. It wasn't as bad as the previous times, but let's first talk about CapCut. Was it that bad? Of course not. Of course I'm exaggerating and over dramatizing. It had, I mean, I'm gonna speak about some things in general. It had, it was in certain ways convenient, but I'm not the target audience. Things were too small for me, and there was way too many stuff for me. And the layout and everything, but that seems to be the nema za Rajka Kappa. Yeah, I didn't have that much hard time finding a new one, as I was afraid. The videos were pretty specific, pretty telling, and I wanted, I think, to pick this one the previous time before I just snapped it and went with CapCut. And why I'm doing this, one of the reasons, because you have to know about my day. Like I said, if this is not for you, you should have figured that out a while back. I mean, this is gonna be mostly it. Yeah, one other reason. I could expand this, but I'm gonna try and keep it on point. Whenever I can, I like to make it specific. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be done. Some do it, some do not. When I was trying to, I had the wrong idea in my head about what to use for streaming. I looked it up. Those fucking videos were painful. I asked in a couple of chats, didn't get a response, and in the end I figured out that most people use OBS. And I said that. Same thing for the image AI. I gave a link and I said I'm using this. I didn't say, call the phone, look it up, over yonder there is a house. I said it specifically, and there are others that do so as well. And I think that is the way to do it. I am using this one. I used to use CapCut, which was free, and now I am using Shotcut, which is free. And I'm saying it out loud. There is no, this may be because already. No, that is it. Now, let's go into that. Like I said, finding it wasn't problematic. Previous time, there were a bunch of problematic videos, a lot of shilling, just like for the internet browser and for the streaming service, or however you call it. Those were painful. This time, this was relatively easy. I mean, if this doesn't work out, I don't know what I'm left with. I kinda have issues with picking, when they just pick a word and use it as a name, or two words like this one, maybe combine it and use it as a name. Don't put some fucking okay, I don't know, it doesn't. I guess if this doesn't, I'll probably have to go with DaVinci. Reminds me of something, but doesn't matter. But I tried only a little bit of this one. I wasn't pleasantly surprised. The layout looked promising, but not really. Different program, same mistakes. Bunch of buttons. I doubt that I will use more than a couple, and I watched some videos before this stream. Everything is complicated, everything is buried. And those are some basic stuff. I mean, it's free. I'm grateful. It's not that bad, but I'm always surprised. And I guess I make the same mistake, going too wide and too deep, and usually just some focus stuff work. It's probably not that bad, but for example, CapCut, couple of things that I've noticed that I need the most, they did it a lot more simpler, a lot simpler. Here you have to do some digging. I don't know, I'll see. Maybe I'm being too negative up front. But let's, and I could expand this. I'm gonna keep it specific, but you can if you want. This is something that came to mind a while back, but this is an opportunity that, for example, I myself, I admit I am a specific case, not the target audience, but I only need a couple of things, couple of buttons, and layout. I could only, like I said, need handful of things to appear and to use. That's fucking it. And that's I talked about casual plus, some minimum plus. And I wonder, does anyone look at the data? You look at the data and you realize that 95, let's say, of course this is some reflection and fan fiction, that 95% we're gonna make it confusing a bit, percent of your users use 5% of your product. What do you do at that point then? My course of action would be that you try to make that 5% as optimal, easy, convenient, practical thing ever. And then think about some extra and frou-frou and special and now you could expand this onto gaming as well, like I said, casual plus, because okay, do we go there? Why not? Why not? Good players are good players. They will be good with bare minimum. You know, John Wick, you know, killed the man with a pencil. I don't know, in Kung Fu movies with a chopstick, with a toothpick. Good players are good players. You can have a, I don't know, whatever kind of game, they will be better than the average. You don't have to give them too much if we're talking about gaming. If we talk about, I don't know, programs and stuff, of course it's better to have more options, to have everything that someone might need. But that's plus. That's something that someone can opt in and add, and there's a menu. That's the stuff someone might add and dig and stuff. But to dig for some basic stuff that today is the main thing and everybody uses, that's a bit much. I was surprised that there wasn't. I opened the program, and in CapCut you have import and export. In Shotcut you have export. I don't know if you have import. I have to go into file to open a file, which I know, you know, but That's kinda pretty dank now, is it? And I know I'm old, jaded, bitter. Get off my lawn, young punks. Perma-annoyed. Dank. But I still think that of course I do, that my complaints are valid. Okay, now for the old tree. We're gonna sit down for that. First, for the running across the street, Vanya. Just a small detail, but that's what makes things nicer. Street is frozen mostly. I wanted to add that mostly. Maybe little Vanya even falls in the water. That's how he forgets the lyrics. Then when he realizes that, wants to jump in again, but then jumps out again. Melody will do. It's something. I mean, I wanted to say that after the stream now. That's what happens when, like I said, thoughts flake away. It's not as interesting anymore. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about... No, but first, the most important thing for me. Now, I know it's just like... And I think about these gruesome metaphors, but I will not shy away. You know what kind of stream you are in. I guess my art is like farts. To you it's the just fine, if not the best thing ever. I know you probably don't like it as much, though. Seems that you don't like my other content either. But I really think I just like I tend to do, speedrun it a bit too much, and it was a great opportunity to make an homage to those great scenes in the movie history. Give me a moment. this is the main reason I wanted to stream. I mean, I'm gonna scuff it again, but okay. Let's go step by step. I always forget. Yeah, I'm tired, and hopefully I at least get this out. So, me and the hologram. So we grab each other by the collar or I guess shirt or whatever around the chest area. And after that, sure, we can be up front, but mostly to the side. I don't know if that's the practicality or just how it is or time and a place, but to the side. And I guess the trick there is to manipulate the opponent and protect yourself. So that's one. Probably still forget stuff. Yeah. I'm still just throwing things out there. You know those scenes in those movies when there is, I don't know, scuffle, some chaotic situation, and then something happens. Maybe there's a gunshot. Did I talk about this? Are there spoilers? Yeah, I guess not. So what happens then? Usually there's a few steps back. You know, I'm paying homage to those kind of scenes. I think you know what I'm talking about. And I think this is a great opportunity to plant myself amongst the greats out there. So some steps back. I'm still gonna scuff it, but you get a picture. Paint a picture a bit better now. Steps back. Yeah, tug of war and chaos and steps back. Now, I guess in this case a hologram is, you know, crouched, slouched, I don't know how to say it. And though in the movies it's usually, I don't know, a gunshot or some stab, you know, something unexpected happens, something drastic. And, you know, usually one hand is still in the central body part area, the other one is slightly extended, and in those scenes there's blood usually on that one hand, and the whole mid area is covered with it. In this case it's white liquid, and sadly nobody really is gonna go with that's that white blood from the alien, that cyborg blood, but they should. And then, you know, you see the whole, that mid area is covered, and I always forget it's me that stepped back. You know, the face shows I didn't want this, you made me do this, this is not, you know, what I wanted, I'm disgusted myself. And I don't know if at some point shows, once again I wanted to say his hands, but my hands. And I wanted to make it, smooth, classy, not, too obvious. So I was thinking something like a diagonal shot. Maybe a bit of drip there. Not really vena kod creva od bojlera. Glava ko kalemljena breskva. But, first, and, background and, some contrast there. I'm not really sure, but I think you are pleasantly surprised by the imagery. And yeah, almost forgot, there's that breaking up of the hologram. And I think still feeling bad, it's breaking up, but actually I'm realizing it's being fueled by it. It's becoming stronger. I mean, I'm not gonna repeat and I'm sorry about the sound. I know I'm just so not gonna repeat the scene from the previous time. Hopefully I got it, most of it now. And I don't know if I explained it right this time. Previous time, it's like in space, that vacuum, those scenes, it gets, that's what I meant when I said, it gets siphoned out from the window. Hopefully I get it right this time. Yeah, I was thinking about like those TV effects when you turn off the TV, but I don't really like that one. So I mean, it's a nice one, but I wouldn't want it for this scene. Hopefully I got it right this time, but that's my main point. Wanting to pay homage to those kind of scenes. Make it a bit I mean, that's the plot twist. What can I do, That came to mind, and that's art, I guess. So we got rid of that as well. Yeah, do we have time, and what time do we have? What do we talk about? I guess let's get rid of the previous stream. I was thinking if I should, I'm not gonna say any names, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't look it up. I know that story for a long time, and recently it got re-recommended, so I got reminded of it. But let's project and fan fiction and stuff like that. I mean, look at it this way. Those movies when there's some catastrophe, I mean, why shy away from it? I'm talking about those, I don't know, meteor comet movies when they go get some, what is it? you know, some experts from some field, and then they send them to prevent the catastrophe. You know, talking about safe bet. Who's the safest bet? The guys that are doing it in some way already, right? So they are experts and they have experience. Now, when it comes to math, who would be your best bet? The guy that already solved it, right? I mean, maybe there will be, maybe that was a one-off case. Maybe. Probably. Maybe there will be someone better next year. Maybe next 100 years. But who would be your best bet right now? Do you want to solve it or not? Sure, you did it for the children's. That's nice. Are they gonna come up with something extraordinary? Maybe. Probably not. Maybe they're gonna do something practical, but something of that grandeur? Maybe, probably not. That's what happens when the money is already there. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna project here, like I said, and do some fan or faux fiction. That guy put some goggles on, that swimming cap. He just fucking swims in it, sipping on his frappuccino. What the fuck does he care? I'm curious to know. Somebody gave his money, his practical money, for something impractical like math. To juice it, you know, to push it a bit. Is it that important? Probably not. Probably impractical. But that's why he wanted to make it practical. By juicing it with money. But they seem to have the approach of, we put an ad in the papers, nobody answered, all good. Wait 100 years or more, maybe somebody will show up and solve it. In the meantime, that guy is probably on the roller coaster in his grave. Maybe I'm a bit, but you know, stuff like that baffles me, although they are normal and practical. I mean, let's not go into fashion industry, but at least if those stories are true, I usually just talk about stuff without going into it. I don't know and I don't care. You know those stories. I was escaping a erupting volcano when some guy from the fashion agency noticed me, and that's how I became a model. Well, I don't know. I was... You know those stories. I can't really think of any other drastic examples of it. Those guys are practical. Those guys have scouts and they go for it. When some... Yeah, I had I know for those quotes and those examples, and was thinking about it, and difference between good and evil, and I know that quote from the Spaceballs, but I disagree. Evil is as dumb as good, but the difference is it is more practical, more pragmatic, more goal-oriented, and more active. That is what I think. Not that I'm saying that one is one and the other is other. I'm just saying in general. I actually quite appreciate the activity of... quite appreciate that sense. I think that is the more positive and constructive approach. Okay, damn, this is some depressing stream now, is it? That's gonna keep you away for quite a while now. Yeah, do I talk to you about my movie idea? I think one of the reasons the producers are trying some stuff is because they don't think Africa is that of a good idea for a movie project, but I'm gonna set my movie there. And I know when you think of Africa, you have certain ecosystems in mind right now. There's some conversation outside. I forgot the time. This is probably gonna end soon, but let's get some stuff out. So ecosystems you already know, but I'm thinking some other that are not that there are other, let's say, biomes that might not be as cinematic, but shake things up a bit. I don't know if they would work. And I'm talking about, let's say,